Hi, ladies. This is Cheryl coming back to you with another update about interaction in Facebook parties and how to be a successful consultant. And the first thing I want to talk about is copying and pasting. And I want you to know that it is okay to do that. We, as your upline, have probably said something in a party that you're like, oh, that's really good information, or I really like the way she said that. Feel free to copy it and paste it into a Word document and keep it forever and reuse it. Obviously, you would change any of the contact information to yourself, and there might be some phrases you might want to tweak to sound a little more like you, which I would highly recommend because you don't want to sound like someone you're not. But taking an idea and reusing it is totally okay. I used to teach English, so I know there might be a little bit of hang up thinking about plagiarism, but you're not presenting any of this information as your own. You are simply sharing information and sharing all of the fabulosity of Jamberry. So don't worry about copying and pasting. In fact, I encourage it. Next, I try to get as much interaction going as possible. If you are struggling with this, if you're noticing that a lot of people aren't interacting, start tagging people. If your hostess is not being active, or maybe she is and people just aren't responding, talk to her about how she's tagging people. If you have a comment that has 20 names in it and no actual content in the comment itself, then people might not respond very much. But if you limit to one or two people tagged in a single comment with a phrase or a question, that usually generates more response, especially in games. I can understand a hostess might be a little iffy about tagging people under informational posts, but in games, make the most of the fact that games aren't selling anything. You're just inviting people to come have fun. And I know a lot of people do the points system and they have a giant raffle at the end. I try to do one game every 2 days at the bare minimum. Um, or I also, but more frequently, it's one game every day, and I have a mini accent sheet as my prize for every single game. And that might seem like a lot to some people, but I look at it as samples. My goal is to get jams on as many hands as possible. So if people are winning these prizes, that's fantastic. That's another person I don't have to send an individual sample to. I'm sending them a full sample sheet and they're excited because they've won something. And I can't tell you how many times people tell me, I never win anything. I'm so excited. So it's upping the excitement, it's upping the fun. And yes, I pay a little bit more in postage, but I can't tell you how excited people are to be winning prizes. And okay, so I currently have a party that I was super scared of because there are only 40 people in it, between two hostesses, okay, 40 people. I was not expecting good things. But because I've done everything I can to keep the momentum up and the pacing up, I've had 3 people book parties off of this party. So as much fun as you can inject into the party is great. And if you're not getting a lot of response, try some more interactive games. Battle of the Jams is a great one. And when I post Battle of the Jams, I copy and paste my instructions as well as the link to my website on every single picture. And then I'll just go through and on every single picture I will tag a different person at someone whose name that starts with A. Which one of these do you prefer on the first picture? And I'll go through the alphabet. That's my easy way of doing it. And then after an hour or two, I will reverse it and I'll start backwards through the alphabet as I go back through the pictures and tag another person. And then I try whenever somebody does comment on a picture, I try to respond to that person and get a little bit of a conversation going. So, copy and paste is a yes, a definite yes. A sense of fun, lots of prizes, anything to get interaction going. And then thank you for your orders. When people do place orders, I thank them for it publicly within the group. This does 3 things. First of all, it shows people, hey, people are ordering these things. They're fantastic. People love them. People are excited about it. So it helps generate more excitement about the product within the group. It gives the person who ordered a preview of their order, and it also shows people some ideas of what these jams look like on hands. and other people in the party who maybe may not have even ever seen that wrap are suddenly, oh, that's super pretty. And now they're considering purchasing it for themselves as well. So posting a public thank you is a great way to show the product to more people, as well as to generate excitement in the customer who's receiving the order, as well as just saying thanks. Also, when a customer orders, I will private message them to let them know, hey, I'm sending you an accent sheet so you can practice while you wait for your order. If your person who orders is not quite comfortable with having her name associated with that order, that's okay too. You might want to check with the customer first and just say, hey, I'm going to post a preview of this order. Would you like to be named, or would you like me to say that you're a mystery orderer? Either way, these pictures are going up. Just tell me whether or not you want to be tagged. And that is how you work with people who are a little less comfortable with being in the public eye. Anyway, I hope this has helped, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Jam Sisters.